let's get these other 3 drawers out the way then. Now, this next drawer, there's a lot of random shit in it. Like, I've got so many pairs of eyelashes. It's ridiculous. I've got more eyelashes, but they're unreleased yet, so I'm working on something very big for the next few years, so that's all you're going to be hearing from them. Well, basically, what I do is I buy a lot of makeup. Like, I have to try stuff out before I can officially say, oh, that's the best in my collection. So I buy and I buy. And I buy. I'm still buying. I got that as a present. I got this as a present. I need to get some more of this, actually. Still got some stuff to show off. I got this. And this. And I think that's it, yeah. So we're going to start off with foundation. We've got the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. The foundations that you see here are just foundations that I use for looks when I'm just doing makeup in the house, which I'll be doing tonight, so I just use one of these. And this is in the shade 170. I wouldn't say this completely matches my skin tone, because I don't think it does. I also need to shave. Ew. But yeah, this is an okay foundation. I liked it at the start, but it's just too much now. Like, the Fenty Beauty foundation, I thought it was matte, but it's so dewy. Next up is the Huda Beauty foundation. Now, if you don't know about this, it is so thick. Like, shit. Okay, maybe it's not as thick as I thought. So I've just flung it everywhere. Sake. But yeah, it's still quite thick though. Like, a foundation is not supposed to be that thick. Like, it's too much. It's just too much. That's me personally. Like, if you like the Huda Beauty foundation, you carry on. I'm not saying, oh, don't get the Huda Beauty foundation. Like, if you like it, carry on. It's so thick. Like, I don't know how many times I need to say this, and I think I've been told this before, but I wanted to try it out for myself and see what it was like before I had my decision on it. Like, I still use it. Like, no product goes to waste here. Next up is the MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Longwear Matte Finish Foundation. Now, this is probably one of the cheapest items in my collection. It's just the applicator puts me off. Like, what the fuck? Like, I hate how it looks gross. It does look gross. So that's why I don't really reach for this foundation, because the way it applies, as Ariana Grande once said, "Thank you next, bitch." Like, no thank you. No way, no ma'am. But I still use it anyway. Now we are Mac, what the fuck is this? I think I paid something like £36 for this. It is so streaky. Like, I would apply some now, but I haven't done makeup most of this week because I got spots and trying to get them all sorted first. This is supposed to be matte from what the person told me in the shop this is supposed to be matte. This ain't fucking matte. This ain't matte. The Charlotte Tilbury one's what I call matte. This is not matte. This Studio Fix Fluid, even though it's got the word fluid in. Like, this is not matte. This is a nasty foundation. Plus, then, I had to go and spend a £5 for a fucking pump. For a pump? Girl. No, ma'am. Next up, I'm going to talk about primers. Now, I don't really need to say a lot about this one. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. We all know it's a dupe for the Hydro Grip one, so I've already talked about the Hydro Grip. I don't know why I kept this one. It was an okay primer. It just doesn't add any stickiness to your base, so I don't recommend this one. But this is one from the cheaper side though. Maybe the Kiko is one as well. This is only £11. It has a really nice fragrance, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just I don't think it does what it says. Like, it's supposed to be a blurring primer. And I will say it does blur, but not everywhere. Like, it'll blur under my eyes and around my cheeks, but anywhere else, and don't ask why, it's just not it. Next is setting sprays. This is all the same drawer, guys. We have the Morphe Continuous Mist. I don't really have anything bad to say about this setting spray, except it's a continuous mist, so don't go overboard, and I need to get a new one because you know what Morphe's like. Next up is the Kiko Milani Face Makeup Fixer. It just smells like hairspray, and it ain't it. It ain't shit. It just ain't it today. I don't like this one, but I keep it just in case of emergencies. Next up is the Studio London Superdrug You Do You Setting Mist. Now, it does have a really lovely fine mist. Like, if I show you, let me put my glasses on. So, that's what I like about it. It doesn't have a fragrance like the others I'm about to show you, but it is really, really nice. It has that nice, refreshing, cold touch as well, which... And it's not bad for a £5. Now, this one is a replenishing face and body mist. So, I'm being told... It is pineapple though, and that's the only thing. I forgot that this was pineapple, like. That's the only thing. I used to love pineapple, but it's just too sweet, and it's not nice anymore for me. I used to love pineapple. I now like my watermelon and shit like that. Now, this ain't more of a this is more of a skincare. This is a facial spray with aloe vera, herbs, and rose water. I've had this for years, and I do need to get some more because it is one of the best facial sprays ever. Okay, my face is a bit wet now. Moving on. That wasn't really a setting spray though, was it? This is the Grace and Stella Rose Spray Hydrating Facial Serum. I got this for my birthday, I think. But look at that skin. And it just smells really nice, like it's rose water, and it has that beautiful mist as well, so you know. Next one is the Wee Cherie Hydrating Dual Face Setting Mist. This just speaks for itself. I haven't used it yet, so I will have to get back to you guys on this. from the beauty crop, so that's not one I could talk about a lot today. And this one just smells like lavender. It smells really fucking nice. And I love lavender. It might be a bit overbearing, but hey ho. The last few things we have to talk about. A lash curler. Excuse me. That's just really self-explanatory. The same with... the same with this powder puff. Self-explanatory here. I bought these before the Revolution incident. These are all of my face paints. I've only got to try some of them yet. I don't really know how to do face paint, like, but I see people adding like one of these sticks, like the white stick, then adding more face paint on top, then adding powder. Then, like, someone please teach me or tell me a tutorial how to do it, because I'll just keep using eyeshadow. I really don't give a fuck. And this is the Creator Revolution face paint palette. I don't think you can get this anymore. This is like a year or two old. But yeah, great for Halloween, this stuff is. Now, on to the next one. So, these last two drawers are eyeshadow palettes. I am going to show you all of them. Some of them are from brands that I do not support in any way. So, I'm not going to tell you the brand. I'm just going to show you them. But first off, we do have some P. Louise and Be Perfect palettes. So this is the Carnival 3 Love Tati Stacey Marie Makeup Artistry palette. I think I got this on offer on Black Friday. I think it was like £11. So worth it. Like, it is so worth it. And it's a beautiful rainbow palette as well. But if you know me, you know I don't just have one rainbow palette. This is the AM to PM eyeshadow palette by P. Louise. I got this again on a Black Friday sale, this was their Black Friday collection. It was 50% off, and I think I only paid £24 for this. I think it originates for £48 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure about that one, but we're not here to talk about price. We're here to talk about makeup. Still sticking on to the P. Louise theme. If the Crown Fits palette. I think this is another one I got for on Black Friday. This cost me £14 or something along those lines. These sales are not, like I said, Black Friday. It's only for Black Friday. This is the palette. This is more your nudes, your nudes, some oranges. You got a yellow in there, your tone colours, and just stuff like that, really. Next up, I will always keep this. Alexis Stone actually put a comment on my TikTok the other day. I will always keep this because I do still want to use it. I've had this for about 3-4 years now. You're only supposed to have it open for like 12 months, but it actually don't smell at all. So I'm quite happy to keep it as long as it doesn't have an odour or anything. Even when it starts having an odour, I will literally just still keep it. It's one of the best palettes ever. Now, this is the P. Louise, the bridal series Wedding Wish XL palette. Now, I want you guys to put in the comments how much you think I paid for this. How much you guys think I paid for this. If you guessed £48, you would be incorrect. If you guessed £30, you'd be incorrect. If you guessed £24, you would be incorrect. If you guessed £14, you would be incorrect. If you guessed £12, yeah, you're more or less correct. This was £12 on the Black Friday sale. And I thought to myself, I know I don't do a lot of nudes or neutrals, but we're going to get it. and we're going to have a little go at it, because why not? Like, this palette looks so beautiful. I think it's now back up to its original price of £42, I think. Like I say, these are all things. You can just go onto the P. Louise website, like plouise.co.uk, www.plouise.co.uk if you live in the UK, and you could check all these prices out. Now, I am getting the volume 6, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norm Vina Collection volume 5 palette. It is a bit dirty, I have got to clean it, but this is like your purples and, you know, your shit like that. I don't know why it has nudes in. Like, please just put purples in a palette, please. You know, it doesn't have to have everything in. Like, I'm sorry, but nudes in every palette is really starting to get boring. And this is the ABH Norvina Collection Volume 4 palette. I still need to get Volume 3, Volume 2 and Volume 1. Like, see, we don't need these nudes. Like, if I pick out a palette for pink, I want it to be pink. I don't want to see little nudes. I don't know why there's a random yellow there. Like, the colour story doesn't tell me anything. The names doesn't tell me anything. So these might just be money grabs. Because literally the name goes from A1 to A5. B1 to B5. C1 to C5. D1 to D5. And E1 to E5. Ciao. Like, I'm more annoyed about there's fucking nudes in there. Like, I don't think I'll be seeing you in them when you've just seen the P. Louise palette I've got. Now, guys, this... Yeah, I say about nudes, and I've got a little mini nude palette here from Made by Mitchell. Now, guys, this is a little brand from the UK, so I will recommend you go and get some of these, because I have 3 palettes full. Like, I bought all of these out my own money. Some have been, like, a few of these have been sent as gifts. I'm not going to swatch them all, because there's a lot here, but these are the Take 2 Cosmetics Glitters. You can get these from TikTok Shop at a discounted price at the moment. You can also get palettes on there. There's a new balm form that's out. I think the palette's already sold out. Like, well done, babe. That's my pink and purples. This is my greens. And these are my whites, blues, and a pink. And if you're thinking, Connor, that's nearly finished. Well, if you think that... Why did I buy 6 more? And I've got one here. Like, these are so beautiful. Like, these are what I use as highlight. Has war started already? This is what I use as highlight. This colour. It is just a beautiful highlight, and I will show you guys some pictures. I don't think I have any on my iPad though, so I don't know how I'm going to get around that just yet, but I will get around to showing you guys some pictures. Now, last but not least drawer. Well, no, I do need to go right back up to the top drawer for a second, because I did miss a few things here. As you remember, the top drawer had quite a lot in. I've still got P. Louise paints in here. I have. So, I love P. Louise. Like, like, you know, do it to the death of me. X in the backs, because ain't nobody checking me. You know, guys, I want to see what you think about all this Twitter beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I see where people are coming from about Nicki, but why don't people just leave fucking Megan alone? Like, Nicki, you married a pedophile, so... Well, no, a offender. Sorry, I got my words mixed up there. So, you know, me as a Bob, I'm gonna stand up for what's right, and that's not sticking with Kenneth Petty. I've never liked Kenneth Petty anyway. But yeah, let me know down below. I don't think... Oh, wait. Oh, I'll keep that. I think this is a base. I don't think they even sell these anymore. But is that it? No, I've got 2 more things in here. Okay, let's go. So, most of these P. Louise things, I did buy on Black Friday last year. This is the P. Louise Basic Base in the shade Inject. This is the same, but in the shade... Oh, no. Sorry, this is called Bangin' Blue. This one's called Juicy Jungle. This one's called Rude Boy Red. This one's called Hint of Mint. But you see how these two are a little different to these two. These are the I don't know what the difference is. Like, I know the packaging's different, but I don't know why is it. I think it might be a different formula. I don't know. You got Pretty in Pink, and you've got Out of OTT Orange. You've got Purple Passion and Pretty in Pink again. I love my pink, so if I ordered two, get over it, like, quite literally. I have the base in Rumour 2, and I have green with Envy. I'm not going to swatch these, because these will take so long to swatch. I have another base in Rumour 2. Wait, is this in Rumour 2? No, this is Rumour 2.5. And this is a touch of Frost. I have the P. Louise Basic Keeping It Kai. Oh, Keeping It Kai. Something like that anyway. And next we are going on with the P. Louise. Okay, we're going on with the P. Louise X Mitchell Acid Paints. I don't think they do these anymore. I really don't. And, like, this is such a big part of history. Now, I don't know if Paige still speaks to Mitchell or Mitchell still speaks to Paige, but I remember the day I bought these. I literally remember the day I bought these. Anyway, this purple one is in the shade Ibiza, and this blue one is in the shade Ecstasy. Next up is the Blank Canvas and Nitro. The last two from this collection are Glow Girl and Raver. And finally, from this top drawer now... Oh, wait, I've got a message from P. Louise. Grab your 3 juicy drips today for only £25 for free. Okay, girl, okay. This is the Prime and Define Cosmetics base in the shade You're Glowing. Now, as you can see, I do have quite a bit of P. Louise. Maybe not as much as made by Mitchell, but I still have quite a bit. I still need to learn how to use their paints. I am getting there with it. Like, I am getting there. It's not like I don't know how to use them at all. But, you know. And yeah, that's all the P. Louise stuff out the top drawer. Now to the last drawer. Now, this last drawer is packed with eyeshadow palettes, mini eyeshadow palettes, pink eyeshadow palettes, Morphe eyeshadow palettes, blue eyeshadow palette, green eyeshadow palette, sorry, red eyeshadow palettes, cheap eyeshadow palettes, P. Louise eyeshadow palettes, Untouched eyeshadow palettes, Anniversary eyeshadow palettes, Handbag eyeshadow palettes, Nine Pan eyeshadow palettes, Made eyeshadow palettes, grey eyeshadow palettes, and finally eyeshadow palettes that just have a lot of meaning to me. So, like, excuse me. So we are going to start with this Makeup Revolution London eyeshadow palette. This is the last eyeshadow palette I got in 2019 before my great nan passed away. And like, I was over in Ireland, I bought this in Ireland, and it's just going to be one of them palettes that I'm never going to get rid of because it still brings back memories. I was over in Ireland doing my makeup and everything, and you know, I miss my great nan so much, so that's why I keep this. If you think it's weird, get over yourself. Next up is this eyeshadow palette. This is a grey toned eyeshadow palette. The brand I do not support anymore. And yeah, this was just a really expensive eyeshadow palette as well for 52 quid. But like, anyhow, you get what you pay for, I guess. Next up is a red eyeshadow palette. Same again, from a brand I do not support anymore. It's not giving red, it's giving one red, rest nudes and pinks. Like, there's a random pink, there's a random grey tone brown, random purple, random maroon. Like, there's two red eyeshadows in here, if that. Next up is this eyeshadow palette that you could sort of maybe carry around like a handbag. These do have some beautiful colours in here. I do need to start using this palette again. But some of the colours just aren't blendable in some of these palettes, and it just doesn't sit right with me. But no, I probably will end up using it again. Like, of course, I need to start using these sort of palettes. Next up is the same palette, but just in different packaging, like, and I still stand by what I said. Nothing was changed. It was supposed to be red. You got one red shade. Fix up. Oh. Next up is a green eyeshadow palette, which I used to love this palette. I want to start using it again, but I just don't know where to start with. Like, we're gonna try something though. We will try one day. We will try. Just, you know. Now this is from Sample Beauty. It's called the Equalizer Palette, Volume 1, and like it's a nice palette. It really is a nice palette. Like, it's sort of like cut in half as well. So like, if you see here, these match these, but these ones are matte, and if we go here, that's a shimmer. So it's sort of its sister, but in shimmer form, if that's what you want to call it. Oh shit, fuck's sake. Yeah, that is the Equalizer palette. Next up is If Looks Could Chill palette from P. Louise. Now I got this in a bundle, which was really, really worth it. This is the colours, and I just feel like they are so nice. Like, this is like every other P. Louise palette. Like, they are so pigmented. Like, you know, I don't even know where to start when I pick out a P. Louise palette. Like, I know it's going to be so pigmented and everything, but, you know, like, most of my makeup looks I don't have ideas for. I just get them. Like, I just get them out. I just pick them out of thin air. Next up is the Jaclyn Hill palette, Volume 2 from Morphe. This is another little rainbow palette that I quite like. I haven't dipped into this one yet, but I will be pretty soon. Like, Morphe shimmers, though, I think they just hit different, like back to 2019 shit and shit like that, you know. Like, just some of Morphe shimmers, they really do hit different, but they, you know. This will be one of them palettes like Death Till Us Part. But we gotta be honest, one of Morphe's best rainbow palettes was the James Charles palette, because those there was just things in there that can never compare, that can never compete, like, and now that Morphe's not really doing collaborations anymore, they're more focusing on like not the YouTube girls, but it's more like the TikTok girls now, which okay, carry on. Next up is a pink palette. It's pink. Of course, I'm going to love this palette. I love most of the shades in there. But if you're going to do pink palette, do fucking pink, not purple and a maroon and what? Wow, that white that white shimmer in there is actually a pink pearlescent. So, sort of like reflex. But yeah, I do love that palette. Just on the courtesy of it being pink. If I used that word correct, if I didn't, whatever. Sorry about that, guys. Next is the 9V Vintage Rose palette. It won't go down anymore. It won't go up any more than that. That's just your basic 9-pan palette. Like, you know. Next up is the Sunset Sparkle. This is from the shade. This is from the company Sunkissed. Like, when you see some of these, like, I didn't believe it at first. No way, but I still haven't tried these on the eye yet, you know. I'm not looking to get gangrene on the eye or anything. I'm literally, like, a sparkle addict. I love colour, I love sparkle. But, you know, the true way to test these is to get them on your eye ASAP. Like, also, let me know what you thought about all of these products. If you're going to be picking up any, if you're not going to be picking up any, which ones are your favourite and which ones do you not really like? Oh, I hate running. So, what was the... Yeah, so this was the Sunset Sparkle, which I swatched for you guys. And this is the Diamond Dreams. Now, this one has a beautiful pink in. And some beautiful purples. I don't know what they're like yet. But my next full face, which I haven't done this week on TikTok actually. My next full face is going to be this brand, if I can find it here in the UK. I managed to find it in Wales. I don't know if it is in the UK. Maybe it is. I haven't seen it in the UK before, but you know, they are beautiful, beautiful palettes. All I've done is swatch them. And if I do like these will be nice for some giveaways and stuff. So there you can go there. Next up is the Morphe 2 palettes. Now, I did get these on offer quite a few years ago now. They're not even opened. Well, I have opened them to look at the colours, but that's about it. These were on offer for like £2 somewhere. And like, that's the blue palette. I'm only going to swatch the shimmers. This is the Palm Springs palette, which is this finger and this finger. Oh, guys, what do we think about the beef between Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Megan on this one. Like, you know, I think I have asked you guys about this, but it was fluff and everything on me. So basically what happened is, in Megan's new song, I think I don't know, like, people are saying it's about Nicki and everyone, but she name dropped a few people. Nicki, Kenneth Petty, who's an alleged offender. Like, he has to go to the court every year to put his name down. So that is from the from Hawaii with Love. And Nikki was I don't quite know, but Nikki was liking posts of people being so horrible to Megan. Like, I don't condone that sort of shit. Like, you dropped Megan in plenty of your songs, bitch, and now you're trying to comfort. Like, this might change the whole aspect of my songs. Like, I've been a Nikki fan for so long, and Nikki's always said, don't hate, but now why is this is the Malibu palette as well. Now, please tell me why Miss Onika Tanya Mirage Petty is going back on what she said. Like, girl, if you're gonna lie like that, you're not gonna have many fans left. And I've been a hardcore Nicki fan. You guys know how much I love Nicki, so, and I mean it. I will switch like that. Like, I love Cardi B as well. I love Doja Cat. Don't like Latto because I don't really support homophobes. What have I done? Oh. Yeah, I don't really like Latto. She said the F slur a few times. And and next up is the Anastasia Beverly Hills X Alyssa Edwards palette. I've had this palette for so long, I'm surprised it still works, but who remembers these shimmer days? Like, who actually remembers? Oh, I can't be using too many wipes now because I've hardly got any left. I'm already Like, I haven't listened to Megan's song properly yet, but Nikki just engaging in all this shit, talking about Megan and everything, like, get over it, bitch. She done a song with Cardi B. You know, like, next up is this palette, which I'm just gonna swatch some of the shimmers. I've made most of these palettes myself, like from single eyeshadows. I need to stop throwing them away. I swear to God, I'm using like half a wipe and then throwing it. But you know, it does get really annoyed when your fave comes out here, says stop hating, and like 10 years later, she's doing what she's told us not to. Like, and people will tell you for the longest time I've been a fan of Nicki Minaj, like, but I don't mind switching it up, bitch. I don't mind fucking switching it up anytime you want. And there's only two shimmers in here. This one, and this one is more like a topper. And we're finally going to set off with some things I just have on my desk. I only have a few things on my desk, really. So it's not a lot to worry about. I'm already your label's obsession, using my fucking pen. Like, you know, I feel like everyone has potential to be whatever they want to be, but the shit that Nikki's doing at the moment, no thank you, I don't want to be a part of that. And of course the Barbs are standing up for her. Like, I've never liked the decision of who she married as well. Kenneth Petty, no ma'am, no ma'am. This is an eyeliner. Well, it's essentially, it's more of a double-ended eyeliner. And they've each got different names as well. This one's called Boat Day, and this one's called Fresh Water. Or if you're in the UK, it's Fresh Water. Considering it's a UK brand, it's going to be water. And that is Fresh Water and Boat Day. Oh. And that is, see, this is my issue. and I had them on for a second. I don't think I'm going to be using that a lot, because you really do have to scrub. Like, I'm going to actually show you guys. So I'm going to try an exfoliant. Like, this is, I think this is a salt scrub exfoliant. No, it's not, because it definitely doesn't smell like salt. What you're going to want to do is get the littlest bit. I know I say little, and that's not really little, but you want to get a decent dollop. You want to put it all over the area. It does feel like a salt scrub though. But it does smell exceedingly nice. Like, I just want that to soak up there. Like, this is what you get when you get things that are so pigmented. Like, they stain. I don't know if I'm using this eyeliner again. I did use it once and it did stain, but I did manage to literally scrub it off. And this has sort of worked. I'm your label's obsession. Use another guinea pig. Yeah, but I did have to scrub. Okay guys, so if you did enjoy this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Maybe if you didn't watch all the video, also give it a thumbs up. Also guys, please hit that big red subscribe button. A little secret, it changes colour when you hit it, so hit it and let me know if you did. Also guys, hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload my next YouTube video. And always remember guys, stay amazing, stay beautiful, stay safe, and for the first time in a long time, be kind. Bye guys.